Hey guys, welcome to Once Upon a Reef channel. My name is Ryan and I am a compulsive animal catcher, underwater astronaut and bushwalker junkie.
And my name's Poppy. I'm a master filleter, mermaid in training, cuttlefish seeker, emphasis on the cuttle.
Love the cuddles. Join us as we explore the most amazing reefs and islands in the world, documenting everything this lifestyle encompasses. Together, let's inspire, raise awareness, and support ongoing research to do our part in protecting these natural life systems.
Living on a boat is one of the last frontiers of free living. It involves true sustainability and what it takes to be completely self-reliant. Sourcing your own energy, catching and foraging your own food, dealing with your own waste, being able to get yourself out of any situation when in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, it's empowering, and we hope this knowledge and content will encourage others to do whatever ignites their flame. If any of this speaks to your truth, then subscribe,
Get involved, and let's evolve together. Okay.
So, how do we meet?
Wait. Ah, you can't steal my line. Yeah, how did we meet? We met when I moved to Airlie Beach. We met at this thing called Fire Night, basically where a bunch of people go and they spin some fire. That's when I first saw you. You were actually one of the first people I met in Airlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't really talk to me much.
Yeah, we didn't really talk much at all. Actually, one of my mates, Alex, tried to hook us up, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty pushy. He kept being like, hey, Ryan's new single, like better jump on it before he's not available anymore.
Nice.
I feel like we didn't really hang out much until that first sailing trip.
Well, except for that time on Phil's boat where we stayed up all night.
Oh yeah. And we had brought a bunch of pillows into the kitchen, 20 pillows to be exact. We were trying to see how many pillows our friend had on his boat.
And yeah, we put him off to work, and the idea was we sleep and we'd be fresh when he gets back for adventures, and then we ended up just staying up and talking the entire time.
No sleeping.
Ended up boldly like telling you my intentions.
Yeah,
we told each other.
you were bold. I wasn't bold. You
Yeah,
were
I was
bold.
like, does it ruin the magic if we say our intentions? You're like, no, of course not. And I was like, okay, what's the intentions? And then you're like, oh, but. I was like, okay, well, I'll go first.
I don't know, I was so impressed, like no one's ever done that. You were pretty much just like, so I think you're really attractive and I would like to kiss you, but I'm not going to because these are my intentions.
It's really
I
hard
was
not to, actually.
like, whoa, like, it was just so, like, it felt like in a way you had kissed me, but you didn't. And it made me even more attracted to you, and I was like, oh crap, no, yeah, intentions is to be friends here.
Yeah. Which we did pretty good
Yeah,
until
the first sailing
the
trip.
first sailing trip.
Yeah, so those first two trips with Ryan is really what I would say kickstarted our relationship.
I guess it was strange because I originally was at the moment I only wanted to be friends. I didn't want anything sexual, although I was extremely sexually attracted to her.
We said we were just gonna be friends, but obviously that never really happens whenever you say stuff like that.
Managed to do pretty well at that until, of course, we went sailing together and spent a night under the stars on the nets on the boat, and that was that really.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. In my mind, we were gonna be friends, and then it's really hard when you're so attracted to somebody, and then to go on a boat like that and all these amazing adventures. Yeah, it's just really cute.
After that, we couldn't really keep our hands off each other, to tell you the truth. We got so distracted on the way out to the reef that we ended up doing circles and 360s to the point where the tender tow line got tangled around the rudder.
And he told me to take hold of the wheel as he jumped in the water and was like, just make sure you don't, I don't know, let go of the wheel or screw up or turn into the wind. I don't know. Make sure you don't screw this up or I'm going to be lost in the water, basically. So he put on his snorkel and he got in the water to fix something and then get back on, which was pretty scary because I was like, well, crap, if I lose him in the water, I don't exactly know how to turn this boat around and go get him.
I had to pull into the wind, jump into the water while we're still moving along a bit and pull the line, untangle it from the rudder while Puppy's left confused as hell, not knowing anything about sailing, in charge of a ship. Luckily we sorted that all out without too much worries and continued our way to the reef.
Been to the Great Barrier Reef, and that was really cool because obviously coming to Australia, that's like the biggest thing you have to go do is you have to go see the Great Barrier Reef. Not a single boat in sight, just us two and exploring the reef. It was beautiful.
And we had some amazing weather out there. Seen some beautiful sunrise and sunsets and had glass out days. It was spectacular. But I mean, it wasn't all beautiful sunshine. At one point, I nearly drowned spearfishing. I had gone along down the bottom, holding my breath, swimming down, still holding my breath, lined up a trout, shot the trout and got it. Then it darted into a coral bommy and the spear line got tangled around my leg and somehow knotted itself to the point where I couldn't actually come up. I was just going to leave the line, take a breath and come back for the fish, but I went to go up out of breath and realized I couldn't. This particular moment I didn't have a knife or anything.
At the time I didn't really know what was going on, but he was actually being dragged down underwater and I was filming it on the GoPro not knowing anything was even happening, like thinking, yeah, no, he was in control and he was just doing his spearfishing, but actually he was kind of drowning and I'm here sitting here filming and
managed to break off a bit of the rubble, free myself, come up gasping for air before disappearing and bringing up the fish. Well, Poppy had no idea. I think she just thought that's how spearfishing is.
Anyways, he bought a knife since then. I bought him a knife so that he can cut the rope in case he does get tangled because it's actually quite dangerous.
Yeah, we had an amazing time of cooking. I think we had cold trout pizza, which was amazing.
I was already confused. How are we going to have pizza on a boat? It's not like you have an oven. And then he's like, oh, you can just barbecue it. So that was new too. It was like, oh, okay, I didn't know you could barbecue pizza.
And I was amazed by how well she did in such quite rough weather on the way back, saying that she normally gets seasick. She did extremely well.
So this was the second sailing trip I've ever been on. So I was a bit nervous just because I did like Ryan ready, but also I was nervous of just getting seasick and going on this trip.
I mean, if I hadn't fallen for her then, I definitely did by the second trip we did to Hill Inlet.
So this second trip is really when I realized how much I liked Ryan and knew that he was definitely someone very special to me.
Just amazing and totally just being free and careless, and we were just so raw and pure with each other, with our emotions, and really just reflecting the nature surrounding us and its beauty.
And again, we were the only boat out here, so this is actually one of the most popular tourist destinations to go to in the Whitsundays.
And we packed our bags and we'd gone for a tender ride up the inlet, and I think we've seen lots of stingrays.
So Ryan and I are at Whitehaven Beach exploring around in the tender. There's nobody out here and it's so beautiful. The water's so clear, it's really still. Wow! That thing's huge!
It's like looking through glass.
Yeah! Everywhere here was just like almost emotionally gorgeous, like to the point where basically crying from how beautiful things were.
We ended up coming back and packing our bags, and we were on a mission. We'd seen this peak and I'd really wanted to go up there for a while, and I thought this was the moment to do it.
Yeah, so we decided to hike up to the top of this peak where we thought there was no trail, so we decided to basically just bush trek it, because Ryan loves to do that all the time. He used to work actually clearing and maintaining hiking trails, so he was like, oh, I got this, and we were bashing through these bushes and climbing up all these rocks, trying to get to the highest peak.
Stripped off our clothes and made our way through the bush, up the mountain and through all sorts of terrain. We were really pushing it quite hard, and it was quite tough terrain, and we got up. I was leading the way up this cliff face, and I turned around and Poppy had grabbed a broken branch.
I reached for this branch, and I had a feeling that this wasn't the branch I should be reaching for.
And I watched her, tumble and nearly fly off the cliff, and I was too far away from her to do anything, which was just, it was fucked up feeling, really. Hey, we're gonna just take a break. Oh, good. Okay. You good?
It's pretty intense to be there with someone who, you haven't known for very long. I don't know, it was definitely in that moment that I realized, like, if there's anybody I want around me in a moment like that, it was him. And if there's anyone that I feel more protected and more safe, it's around him. Anyways, he kept me going. We made it to the top, had the most incredible views, the most incredible sunset.
So beautiful. I felt like I could cry, which anyone who knows me knows that that's basically never. So distracted from time that we then realized, fuck, we gotta actually go back down, but this time in the darkness. We're really taking our time, especially after that incident. We were a bit shook up from losing Poppy over the cliff, so doing it at night time was a bit confronting. And we made our way down, and I guess Poppy should tell me her biggest fears were heights and snakes, along with Velvet. But so on the way down, she managed to step on a small snake, and she's like, "Oh my god, is it alive?" And I go over, look at him. Yeah, he's alive. He's just chilling. And then, like they never do, it come and went straight at her, and she's falling over in the bush and freaking out. I'm like, I'm trying to like guide him away, and by the time we got to the bottom, we were that exhausted, and walk along the mangrove bed, and I look in this rock hole, and there's this big ass mud crab. So I pin him down and pull him out, and took him back to the boat. As we're tendering back, the stars and the sky was so bright, and the water was so calm that the reflection of the sky in the water was, mirrored that much. You couldn't really tell what was what. It was like you're floating in this space between.
It was like a perfect reflection from the sky to the water, so you actually couldn't really tell which was up and what was down. It was just all stars. Like, it looked like the whole water was stars, the whole sky was stars. It was just incredible.
And even though it was clear all above us, all the way around was like thunder and lightning and this amazing storm.
When we get on the boat, we cooked up this mud crab, we cooked up trout that Ryan had caught previously.
Well, Poppy fell asleep, I think, like 3 times, but yeah, it was just magic.
It's definitely one of the most magical, memorable days with him, and definitely when I realized, like, whew, this guy is somebody very special.
Yeah, it's really where she's told my heart, and yeah, the beginning of this crazy journey, really. Hey guys, welcome. Hello! Welcome to Rancy Bunny Reef channel. My name is Ryan.
I don't have
and
much
I am-
battery for you to do this.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Once Upon a Reef channel.